Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay. Thanks for joining us for the ALTTPR League match. Tonight we have oneup40 representing Team Kappa and GFE12 playing for Team Sphere Affinity. Should be a pretty good match. Looks like we got the Kano Samaria. Tonight we're playing standard mode, randomized swords, so this will probably be all they get for the escape sequence. If you've never seen Randomizer before, it's just a Link to the Past with all the items shuffled around, and in this particular mode, we start out with the escape sequence, go through the castle, have to rescue Zelda, bring her to the sanctuary, and then from then on, you're free to go wherever you'd like. Looks like we got the mirror in the first chest of escape. So what we might see our runners do here is mirror right from Zelda. That'll save some time walking from Zelda's cell to the entrance of Hyrule Castle. Probably save maybe about a minute, 45, 50 seconds. GFE is making pretty good time here, making good use of the cane. Then just has to go down into the dungeon here, kill this ball and chain guard. Looks like GFE is using the pots here, trying to save some magic. Get the big key from the ball and chain guard and grab Zelda, and hopefully looks like he'll mirror. Yep, both of our runners here are taking advantage of that mirror. Now they're gonna make their way back through the sewers to the sanctuary. Question chat, is it all dungeons? No, this is just standard mode defeat Ganon. So all our runners have to do is get the 7 crystals and go up to Ganon's tower. Looks like GFE trying to farm some bombs here. You like to get a bomb, at least one, and escape so that you can check the back chest. Oh, and it gets a nice 4-drop. So that'll save him having to head back later. In standard mode, since you have to go through the sewers, you do get a free light cone here, but until you find the lamp, you won't have the same in other dark rooms. So just something to note. Looks like oneup got some bombs as well. Here we have GFE heading into the sewer chests. Some bombs, a rupee, and some more rupees. So not much back there, but it's always good to get that out of the way. Otherwise, you'll be worrying about it until you go back. All right, and 50 rupees in the sanctuary chest. So that's nice to see because we still have to check the bottle vendor and potentially Zora. Got a map check here. It looks like red pendant at Eastern and then crystals at Desert and Hera. GFE is going up north here. Might check tree pull and the bush crab. Maybe see if you can get some good drops. Just hearts of the tree pull. One up is going straight for Lost Woods, not bothering with the checks. GFE going up to check the lumberjack ledge. I couldn't see what it was there. Oh, and we have a book here at a mushroom spot in the Lost Woods. That'll give us access to Desert Palace, as well as checking the tablets. And a bottle in the Lost Woods drop. So we can check Sick Kid on our way through Kakariko. That's always nice.
Hey, how's it going?
And looks like we have Edium joining us. How are you tonight?
Hey, doing well. Just got the call that they need another commentator, so thought I'd hop in. It's like we're just done with Escape.
Yep. Got the mirror in the first chest in Escape, and the book in the mushroom spot in Lost Wood.
Nice. Mirror and Escape is always great.
Yep, and looks like we got a GFE making the early ped check. This can be useful depending on what's there.
$300. Speaking of 300, we got another 300 in the blind side there.
Yeah, and a lamp there. We also see a nice little glitch. One up is using the mirror to delete the blocks, and we got the power gloves also in blind side.
All right. So Death Mountain's starting to look kind of nice.
Yep.
Still need a sword or hammer to beat Hera, but.
Mm-hmm. Not much in the well so far.
Oh, Moon Pearl will help.
Oh, there it is. Got some bombs on the bottle vendor while GFE goes around to blind side out. He'll get his gloves and
So it looks like GFE is behind by about one ped check. I'm not gonna buy some extra bombs. Yeah, Fear. The pedestal was 300 rupees.
and a red boomerang on Sick Kid, so not much there, but I will let them check the stun prize, which they may or may not do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's helpful just to stun some enemies.
Yeah. That if it does turn out to be, say, 20 rupees, that can be quite helpful for if they want to farm for Zora. And nothing much on the race game. So one up gonna save and quit, and he's gonna head down south.
Yep, probably just going to do the South Shore sweep here. Will be interesting to see. Maybe he'll go to the Zora area and do the water walk since he has a moon pearl.
Yeah. He could also has the option to swing over to Agina from here, which is a play I've been seeing a bit more of lately. I guess people just don't like orphaning Agina.
Oh yeah, it is a check that a lot of people will put off, and it is in Sphere 1, so you don't really want to leave it behind. Oh, and we got a fire rod in the sunken treasure.
Yeah, that is our first really good weapon.
Yeah, that'll help clear out these mold orms here.
One up deciding he's gonna use bombs anyway.
Yeah, I might be trying to conserve his magic.
Oh, a sword. Another sword. Wow. Blue mail. Okay, so that makes Hera beatable. And we can also not just check, but actually get the item on the Ether tablet. It also puts Aghanim in logic. I don't think the runners will be going straight to Aghanim just yet because we could find a hammer and make Aghanim completely unnecessary.
Yeah, you'll typically see people try to put that off at least. You don't want to make it the very last thing you do, but you do want to just try to make sure that you don't miss out on that hammer or extra glove that you might.
GFE is doing the Agina check. Meanwhile, One Up is heading towards the deathmatch. Oh, flippers. Okay, well. Now, the good thing is One Up does have the book, so that might bring him to Desert. So he won't necessarily be heading to Agina just for that one check.
Yeah, very true. It's always
Yeah.
nice to sort of combine that.
And there's a cape from the old man. So, yeah, things starting to point toward Aga. I'm surprised One Up didn't check the Lumberjack ledge on his way up Death Mountain. Unless he did it earlier and I missed it.
I think one of them checked it. I can't remember what it was. It looked like it might have just been a red rupee. So, but yeah, it is. The seed does kind of seem to be hinting towards Aga.
Yeah. But again, that hammer could show up just about anywhere at this point. Bombos in Desert, so Desert is boots locked. So boots are going to be required this seed. Quake is in Ice Palace. Alright.
Yeah, that's good to know, especially since those medallions can be pretty much anywhere.
And hey, Ether Tablet has the silvers. So no bow to use them with just yet, but it's nice to have them.
Yep, looks like GFE might be going up to steal the key since he knows that he's going to need
Yep.
boots anyway. He can just check these items, get it out of the way. If he finds something good, then that much better.
And if he finds progression here, he'll know it can't lock the boots. I'll One Up heading into Hera.
Yep, looks like he's gonna have to find the big key down here. That's kind of nice. When you get the big key, because you know it's required, all the other runners will have to do it, and you don't have to worry about whether leaving an item down there or not.
Yeah. GFE hasn't picked up the swords from the mini Moldorm cave yet, so he's gonna have to get creative to take out those popos.
Looks like he finds the big key and the compass, but can't quite use it yet. So we'll see if there's something in the big chest.
Just a heart piece. So that's both items in desert. So they don't have to worry about coming back until they're in go mode.
Yep, that's really easy to get back there if they find the flute. And, so you can just mirror right from the mire area.
And we get a can of Burna.
GFE going to be getting his swords from Mini Moldorm Cave. And we also got a hint in Hera, I think, saying that a grumpy fish holds a unique item. So that could point towards Zora. It'll be interesting to see if he checks.
I find that the hint more often points towards catfish, but it could be Zora.
And we have one up taking on Moldorm using the Master Sword spins. Just needs 3 of those, and gets him down pretty quick.
All right, first crystal, less than 20 minutes in is always nice. All right, GFE now gonna do some flipper checks, and just a red rupee on the island.
Yep, it's nice to get those flippers early because you can kind of wrap in these water checks with your other South Shore checks. And looks
Hobo.
like yep, 50 rubies on the hobo, and oneup40 is going to be heading to desert, doing what GFE did.
Yeah, so he'll grab his flippers and Bombos, or yeah, Bombos medallion. Alright, GFE gonna head over to Ice Rod Cave. It's always an annoying check without the flute, but when you can loop it in with the flippers checks, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it is a little out of the way.
Plus, he can. He's not far from Zora money, so he can also farm a few rupees from that little cave under the rock.
Yep. And I'll also be curious to see if any of our runners are going to go into Eastern, since most of the checks there are also in Sphere 1, and they have the lamp, which puts the vanilla big key chest in logic as well.
Yep. Yeah, this is one of those seeds where it seems to be pointing to Aga, but then that hammer can just show up out of nowhere, so you never know.
Yeah, Mitz as well. It's worth noting if you do have West Dark World access at all, you can actually sequence break Aghanim, assuming that there's nothing that you need on the lumberjack ledge there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple different glitches that you can use to skip Aga, and wow, $600 in the waterfall cave.
That's convenient.
So just in case you didn't have Zora money, there, that'll cover you. Hey, there's a hammer. Alright, we got Dark World access, so Ega, I think, out of the question now. You said someone did check the lumberjack?
Right, yeah, and that was just a red rupee according to chat.
Alright, so no Aga this seed. Oh, that's Ether off of Zora, so we know where all the medallions are.
Yep, and it looks like oneup40 is going into the eastern area. He might just be doing these 3 checks real quick. They make a dip into eastern as well.
Wow, Sahasrara with all the love today.
Looks like GFE is going to be going to this portal south of Ling's house, doing the hype cave check. Pretty common first Dark World check since there's 5 items right there.
Yeah.
Might get something he needs.
And I saw Pod was the green pendant, and Turtle Rock, I think, was our other pendant. And
Yep.
I think Ice was a 5/6, and I'm not sure what the other 5/6 was. I wound up heading to Eastern, which he definitely would not do if he knew that hammer was available.
Yeah, this is unfortunate in hindsight, but you never know. There could still be something in here. Plus, there's a hint, so
Yeah.
that could be something useful as well.
Yeah, you never know. How big would it be if the bow was in here?
Yep, that's the dream.
And GV gonna start off with going from Hype Cave up to the Pyramid Ledge, and then probably either into Pod or maybe over to Catfish.
Yeah, it's nice to get this out of the way because it is kind of isolated. A lot of runners will avoid it or put it off.
Looks like he is going up to Catfish, so he's going to follow that hint. And he did get that ether off of Zora, so there may not be anything here, but there could be.
Yeah, it's very possible that the hint was talking about Catfish and ether just happened to be a Zora, so it's a good check to make.
Oh, I just missed that hint, but apparently, according to chat, boots are in Hookshot Cave. So, that's a pretty nice hint. We're still a couple items away from being able to access that, but good to know.
Yep.
Alright, what has Catfish got for us today? Wow. The hook shot. So, both of our grumpy fish with unique items today.
Yep, that's an interesting situation since OneUp has the knowledge, but GFE has one of the items. And I don't see GFE going into Eastern anytime soon.
No, I see him heading into Swamp.
Yep, looks like. oneup40, not taking the Aghanim bait. Looks like he is going to do these water checks. Hopefully get his hammer. That'll ideally he'll follow in GFE's footsteps here, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely like the swamp play. It's a crystal. You can full clear it. There's 6 items in here.
Oh yeah, it's it's one of the most, or I think it's the most item dense dungeon. A lot of runners do like to put it off. I'm not one of them, but
Yeah, no, if I have everything I need to full clear swamp, I'm usually heading there right away.
just bombs in the first map chest there.
oneup40, gonna farm up a bit of money. He'll also be a little annoyed to find out there's a $600 sitting in right beside Zora.
Yep, but it's always good to have extra, especially for if you decide to go into pod or a digging game.
Yeah.
See,
Sorry?
oh, I was just saying, see GFE here making good use of the hook shot, hooking to these skulls here that'll help them move a little faster without the boots.
Yep.
Going straight left side here.
Yeah, he has seen a map, so he knows there's at least one item over here. So I think this play makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and it does save a little time taking that route like you saw where he put down the blue pegs and just walked straight south. Does save a little time over going the long way around.
And there's that ether medallion for 1-up. And he'll grab his hammer as well.
It looks like 1-up is going to be taking a different route into the Dark World. Probably going for Village of Outcasts here.
Yeah, and so I wonder if he might end up orphaning that hook shot. That could be bad. But we'll see.
That is possible. Maybe he could take the North Dark World route out of Village of Outcasts. A lot of runners will, take that and go all the way to Catfish. Especially if they don't have the mitts for the Smith chain.
Yeah. But heading down towards Thieves Town is sort of the more item dense location, so we'll see what he decides to do. He can also full clear Thieves Town, so I mean, that makes a lot of sense as well.
Yeah, and Skull Woods, so it definitely does make sense. That you'd go here if you have the hammer and the fire rod. And it doesn't look like GFE found anything on the left side. He did get the big key. I missed the other items.
Oh, there is the Titans match. So, swamp play paying off.
Absolutely. Be curious to see where he goes from here, since he has a lot of the world open, including that hookshot cave, which he doesn't know about yet, but could definitely see him going up there.
Yeah, definitely. Going up to Death Mountain, there's tons of items you can get relatively quickly, but also if you go up towards Thieves Town Schoolwoods, there's 2 crystals you can knock out as well. So.
Yep, he could also head straight east to Ice. I don't think he'll do that. Ice Palace is generally one of the dungeons that you want to go mode, so a lot of runners will put that off.
Yeah. Especially you're only on Master Sword. It's a little nicer to wait for some better equipment if you have other better stuff to do. There is the first crystal for GFE. And oneup is facing off against Mothula at the same time.
Yep, trying to get some sword spins. Now he's using the fire rod. I believe it takes 8 hits with the Master Sword or Fire Rod, and then 4 spins. But it takes him down without too much trouble.
Wait. oneup has the bow? That was in Eastern? I missed that.
Yeah, I missed that as well.
Okay, Chad is saying bow was vanilla in Eastern Palace. Wow, that is massive. How did I miss that? That's crazy. Alright, well, I wonder how long it's going to take GFE to find that.
Yeah,
okay, he doesn't have the bow. That must have been the tracker acting up, or the tracking program. He definitely does not have the bow I just saw in this menu. But GFE has the mushroom, and he's going to turn that in.
Yeah, I didn't see if GFE saved and quit. Sometimes runners will save this to do the fake powder glitch later if there's nothing there.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's done.
Okay.
Yeah, silvers were on the ether tablet, and the bombos tablet had the mushroom, so both tablets with a unique item. And GFE is diving Ice Palace. This is a bold play. But there are 3 hints in here, so that may be part of why he's doing this.
Very true, and you also might not expect your opponent to dive it too, so it may be a sort of counterplay. If you don't expect someone to go in there early and find something good,
Yeah.
Could put you.
Oh, okay. We just found all of our remaining swords. So the first hint in Ice Palace said there's a sword on Graveyard Ledge, and oneup just found a sword on the Bumper Ledge. Can't. He actually can get it. He has the cape. And there's a confirmation. Just a big 20 on Lumberjack. So yeah, both our swords, two of our swords right next to each other.
Yep, and hopefully oneup40 is gonna continue eastward till the hook shot.
Yeah,
He'll be in a pretty good position there.
yeah. If he does that, that'll be very good for him. He'll get his butter sword as well. I would assume he'll check the graveyard ledge. GP gonna set up for the Ice Palace bomb jump. No problem there.
Yeah, and be interested to see how he routes this without the key. He could go left, or he could choose to go up and then straight to the eastern side of ice.
Really useful hint there. But there's the butter sword for one up. Yeah, Crazy Sunshine Desert Palace is boots locked. So we know the boots are in Hookshot Cave. We got a hint for it. I think though, One Up is the one who got the hint, whereas GFE is the only one who can actually get to it. So
Yep, that's correct. The hint was in Hera, so GFE has yet to go up there. He'll probably just combine it with the rest of his Death Mountain checks now that he has the mitts. But he'll be up there anyway, so he won't get much benefit from it.
So nothing big in Ice Palace so far. I haven't been counting items, but that was at least one there. And One Up's gonna head into Thieves Town. Hey, Bugnat. Alright, first item in Thieves Town, Piece of Heart.
And GFE making his way to the iced tea room, getting bounced around by that bumper a little bit. But I believe he has a blue potion, so he should be good to go for Cold Stare. And there's Quake.
Yeah, we knew Quake was in here. So, yeah, GFE doesn't have to worry about any medallion issues. Alright, GFE's he's got all three items in ice, so he is just gonna go do Cold Stare. This is he's got only Master Swords, not the easiest fight, but it's certainly doable. He has got Bombos Medallion, so he can conserve his magic if he wants to.
Yeah, and that Quake Medallion may also set him up for a Total Rock Dip if he chooses to go in there depending on what medallion is required.
Jiffy making very quick work of Cold Stare. Very accurate fire rod shots. I don't think he missed a single one.
Yep, we're tied up in terms of crystals now, with oneup40 making his way through Thieves Town, about to get his third pretty soon.
Alright, so Jiffy got some options now. He can go up the mountain or he can head towards the village. I think if he had that boots hint, he'd definitely go to the mountain. But it looks like he's going there anyway. Thieves Town looking pretty empty so far. Freme Ice Palace had the bug net, so that's obviously really important. And also Quake.
Yep, and GFE gets his cape from the old man, so he'll probably get a tempered sword at least here. Yeah, when he goes back to the old.
Yeah, I think he has the hint as well for the sword in Graveyard Ledge, so you can basically grab one of those. Probably won't bother going for the butter sword, given how much time it takes to get it.
That's right. Optimally, it won't save too much time in the Ganon fight. Almost none if you are really good. GFE gets the Spectacle Rock Cave and then the fancy bomb jump there over the...
So, Skull Woods and Thieves Town, Village of Outcasts really not paying off right now. Obviously, the dungeons are required, but I'd like to at least get a little bit of progression on the way.
Yeah, at this point, we're still looking for the bow and the flute.
Yeah, that's all we need right now.
Right, yeah. It could be behind something else, maybe the powder or maybe the ice rod.
Yeah, you never know. Alright, Chiefy, gonna do Hera now, while oneup is gonna do some overworld checks.
Looks like we got a red mail in the cave south of the grove, also known as Cave 45. while GFE is making his way through Hera. Has to do this tile room, and then he can just go straight up, get the crystal. He'll also get his boots hint. And the shovel on Stumpy, that's pretty convenient. Just a piece of heart, though, unfortunately. But it's nice to get that out of the way. oneup40 making his way east. Hopefully he'll make his way up that pyramid ledge. Getting out a bomb. Checking Hype Cave first. Forgot he hadn't checked that.
Yeah, so yeah, if you're a 1UP fan, you are really hoping he goes up north towards Catfish.
Yep, otherwise he's going to orphan it pretty hard, but seems like a sensible play. I think he'll probably go up there and get it. The only other thing he might do is, you know, get distracted, maybe go into pod, but
is he dipping swamp? He's dipping swamp. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is really well, no, he's not even going to get his Titan's mitts. I guess that's the one good thing, is that that hookshot is locking the Titan's mitts. So it's going to cut down on the amount of places he can check for it. But this is still going to be a swamp double dip, which is not going to feel good.
yeah, he might be feeling a little frustrated, not really finding much in the Village of Outcasts. Let's try to make a play right here to win back some. And GFE gets his crystal from Moldorm. Definitely gonna make his way to East Death Mountain.
Yeah, so he will presumably get the boots at a hookshot cave, and he'll just be looking for that flute and that bow. Now, neither runner has dipped pod yet, right?
That's correct. Nobody's gone into pod yet.
Okay, so there's still possible something can be there.
Question in chat, has either runner gone into desert? Yeah, both runners went into desert, and unfortunately it was boots locked, so they'll have to come back.
They did get that Bombos medallion from desert. We don't know if that's required yet, but it is nice to have for ice pals. Okay, Jiffy heading into Paradox Cave.
Yep, pretty common route for when you have the mirror and the mitts. Just go down Spiral Cave and take the portal, then mirror back and leave a portal near the doors so you can just go up and back down again. And I'll be curious to see if he dips into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I can clear out everything except Trinax.
Yep, and there's 5 items in there plus the, excuse me, the Mimic Cave, so that's a pretty good density.
So Paradox Cave having pretty much nothing. Let's see what Super Bunny Cave holds.
Meanwhile, oneup40 making his way over to the left side. He'll get the big key here. Probably make his way over to the big chest. The good news is, if he doesn't get distracted by Pod and goes straight up to Catfish, he's really only going to lose the time that it takes to walk back to Swamp, and the time that it takes to walk back up here and drop down the other pit there.
Yeah.
Since GFE also did the full left side.
Okay, here's our hookshot cave. There's bombs. We were promised a pair of boots in here, and there they are. Okay, so boots, not much else. And he's at least heading towards Turtle Rock. And it's Ether. But he's going to change his mind and head for Spike Cave instead.
Yep. Always good to get the Spike Cave out of the way because it's very easy to forget about.
Alright, oneup finds the bad news that his swamp dip was a waste of time. And he's going to head over, check the Bombos tablet. Spike Cave with nothing.
Yep, and an interesting observation in chat. The bow could be in GT, so you know, we need that to beat the game. Yeah, it's, you know, if you have 7 crystals and no bow, and say you have Turtle Rock, it can be a hard call to make. You know, where do I check first?
Yeah, we could have that bow in the GT big chest, which is oh, there's a flute, and the flute is boots locked, which is hookshot locked. So I was going to say the bow in GT big chest is a definite possibility. I believe that's the rarest spot in the game to have progression, even rarer than pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
oneup40, unfortunately now heading to East Death Mountain. He's going to find a whole lot of nothing in Paradox Cave. Now,
yep.
One possibility is he could route in dropping off the mushroom with Catfish. So hopefully he does that.
Oh, that's a good point. I believe the mushroom was just 10 arrows, but you know, hopefully it will lead him in that direction. And at this point, I think we can say GFE is pretty much in go mode minus the bow, so he can get all his crystals, but that bow could be almost anywhere.
Yeah, so he's going to go take care of Skull Woods and Thieves Town, which we know has nothing, but they are required dungeons.
So at this point, not only do we have Turtle Rock as a possible location, we also have all of Pod except Helmasaur. So...
Yep. And of course there is the mire area, which is now open. Oh, we just had a really evil suggestion in chat. Ice Rod in GT with the bow on Trinex. Chat comes up with some really good scenarios sometimes.
It would be entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be the person racing that seat. And PTrain24 in chat mentions there's actually a glitch called the Mimic Clip that was semi-recently discovered where you can get past the mimics without the bow. I'm not sure if that is legal in this tournament, or if it's something that our runners know how to do.
I think it is legal for now. I'm not sure. There was some chatter about it, but I haven't heard. But I think for now it's being considered legal. Whether these runners, it's a fairly difficult glitch to pull off, so I'm not sure if these runners know it.
Yeah, I believe it involves select buffering, trying to get the mimics to walk one frame into the wall, and then move them upwards off the screen.
Alright, oneup40 now diving into pod.
Yeah, and GFE takes down Mothula. Have to imagine he's probably going to go straight down to Thieves Town and probably head to Mire shortly after that. We'll see if he takes some time to make those extra checks in that area. Or if he just goes straight there.
And we got the Ice Rod in the first chest of pod.
Well, so that rules out the bow, since it's not a small key. The dungeon is bow on.
Yeah, so oneup is he decides he's not going to search the rest of pod, which is good because we know now that there's not going to be anything in there he wants.
Yep, and at this point, I have to imagine he's heading up to Catfish.
Yeah, I don't see where else he can go from here. And also, I'm not sure what else he even has left to check. This might be pretty close to a last location.
So, I think we can... He may do Swamp. He's definitely going to go up and get those boots. I'm curious to see if he dips Turtle Rock before Ice Palace, he could manage to go mode it and save a good amount of time over GFE.
Yeah, and given that he may very well be feeling behind, I can see him making a play like that. Okay, so oneup is gonna do that route in the mushroom shack and head to Catfish after.
That's right. Thank you to Serious Business in chat. He does have to go to Swamp after the hook shot because that's where the mitts are.
Yeah. Someone asking about the swords. There is a sword on the bumper ledge and a sword on graveyard ledge. GFE hasn't done those checks yet. I do think he got a hint for the graveyard ledge sword, so...
Yeah, I believe that was nice.
Yeah, I imagine he'll probably go grab that.
Question from Fear Agent in chat: is GFE just looking for the bow? Yes, at this point, that's all he needs.
Yeah, I wonder if he may just gamble on it being in GT, because it's starting to look likely at this point.
Yep, we've ruled out pod. oneup40 knows it's not in pod. But GFE, he might make a little detour there. But I mean, yeah, like, if you're just looking for the bow, you do. It is very tempting just to go straight into Ganon's tower, because you know that there can be 8 items there that could hold progression, which is the most dense dungeon in the game.
Yeah.
Question in chat: there are what 24 spots the bow can be in GT? There's
23.
24 chests, 23 chests. But the way the fill algorithm works is, I believe there's only a maximum of 8 chests that can hold progression, since there's a junk fill, which fills a certain number of chests with junk, just to sort of try to normalize, make sure that only so much progression can be in Ganon's tower.
Yeah, because I would guess kind of maybe in the early versions there was progression was just ending up in GT all the time, which is kind of lame. So yeah, if you are rooting for Team Kappa, your best case scenario right now is for the bow to be on Trinex, because oneup has that ice rod. Alright, so oneup is going to get those Titansmiths now, and I imagine he'll make a beeline for those boots in Hookshot Cave.
Where is Ice Rod? The Ice Rod was in the first chest in Palace of Darkness, which means the bow can't be in Palace of Darkness as well.
GFE takes down blind, that's 5 crystals. And I would be surprised if he does anything other than go clear out Mire and finish Desert off.
Yep. Because when you're in this position, there's 2 items in Mire, and if the bow is in there, then any extra time you spend, clearing out Village of Outcasts is time lost. But it looks like he is going to do some of these Village of Outcasts checks here, just to get.
Oh, he is going to go up and grab the sword.
Oh, that's true as well.
But he may check the. He's not even going to check Bumper Ledge. Yeah, so he's going to grab this sword and then probably flute right to the Mire area.
And oneup getting a pretty good poke dash strat on Argus here. Takes him down pretty quick. Didn't quite get the quick kill, but pretty fast fight.
And oh, okay, it looks like he went to the wrong spot.
Yep, and right now it's I think whoever finds the bow first might get the advantage here. One Up is a little bit behind in terms of crystals, but if bow isn't TR, then you could easily turn that around.
Yeah. And we do see Meyer is ether, so that Quake Medallion from Ice Palace is completely useless.
Yep, and One Up is going straight up for those boots, checking the Super Bunny cave along the way. Then he'll probably do Light Roll Death Mountain. Or no, he already did that. Then I guess we'll see if he goes into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, if he's feeling really behind, he may very well jump into Turtle Rock. No, it looks like he's gonna go do Spike Cave.
Looks like GFE is checking this this main lobby chest before committing to the left or the right side. And we get one of our items here. 20.
GV is gonna full clear Meyer. Don't blame him. And One Up is going to head into ice, so unfortunately, I imagine he's going to be full clearing this.
Yep, I can't blame him, especially since it's a crystal. Unfortunately, he won't be able to gain back any time here, but makes perfect sense to clear this out. Get
Shield and Mimic Cave, so we can rule that out. And there's our vanilla big key. And it looks like, okay, JP's going to head straight for Vitreous. Looks like he's setting up the spooky action glitch.
Yep, and can you explain how that works?
It's kind of technical. I don't really know the full details, but you basically, when you flute to flute spot 6, you have to stand by the rock in a certain position when the duck leaves the screen, and then you have to do a dash while you place the Samari block, and there's a bunch of, and then you use the fire rod, which somehow that combination of things makes the damage from the fire rod affect the screen above it, so you can basically hit the switch from off screen. So it's kind of a weird glitch. I don't know how anyone discovered it, but it works. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the altitude value of the cane block as well. Something to do with the value in RAM. I don't know, but
Yeah, something like that.
yeah.
Anyway, there's Vitru's down for GFE. Just a compass, so I think I wasn't counting items, but he must have left an item in the big chest, I think. So he may go back in for that. Alright, we got a boomerang from the Meyer shed. Oh yeah, P-Train in chat has actually a nice video that on YouTube that explains it pretty well. So he knows all about it. All right, GFE is okay. He's got to finish off Desert. That's right. But I'm guessing he's gonna gamble that the bow is not in Meyer. Unless he did get both items and I just missed it. Oh yeah, since GFE stole the key earlier, he has to go grab this key off the torch. And now he can go and defeat Lanmolas. And that'll be crystal number 7. Yeah, P-Train, I do think he left an item in the big chest in Meyer. So, we'll see. Alright, so oneup40 heading into Cold Stare. He's got the butter sword, so this should be a very easy fight. And GFE gonna take on Lanmolas.
Yep, and we'll see where GFE heads from there. More than likely the GT.
Yeah.
Pretty good Cold Stare quick kill from oneup. GFE nearly getting the quick kill, but looks like he's still making good time. And then
Alright, so oneup now has to check King's Tomb to get that flute. But, so, let's see where GFE goes. He's fluting to number 1. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and guess that he's just going to go into GT. So, why don't we start that big key guessing game? There are 22 chests in GT where the big key can be. Assuming GFE goes into GT, he might not. He might head into Turtle Rock. So we'll have to see. But let's get that game started. Alright, Cassidy, I saw you type number 2 in chat already.
Yep, got my guess in a little early. That's you know, I like to pick one number and stick with it.
Yeah.
Because eventually it's just going to be 2. And if you're switching it up, you know, that key's going to be moving around. So that's my strategy.
Yeah. I'll guess number 12. I always change my number. I just pick random. Oh. Okay, GFE is not necessarily going into G. He may just be opening up Turtle Rock for now. We'll see what he does. Okay, he's going to go into Turtle Rock. This is surprising. No, he's just going to read the hint. Never mind.
Yep, this is a very difficult position to be in as a runner.
Yeah, for sure. There are a lot of places where that bow could still be.
I think I saw somebody mention in chat. I don't think our runners have checked the Pyramid Ferry. We still have some cast checks. Some on the east side there with the Smith and the Hammer and Powder as well.
Yeah, I don't think we saw any of that stuff. But okay, GP heading left side first. And number 1, the torch, piece apart. Number 2 is the bow. Alright, 1 hour, 18 minutes. That's go mode for GFE. And there's big key number 5.
Alright, so now all GFE has to do is head up the tower and then face off with.
Alright, congratulations to Red NLS, who was the closest sub or supporter, who guessed number 6. No one actually guessed number 5, who was a sub or supporter. But yeah, that was very quick. Very quick basement. We were not quite expecting that. I thought there'd be kind of a long hunt for the bow. GFE is heading up to Gauntlet, and I would say in a commanding lead right now. One-Up still has to get to the King's Tomb to get the flute, has to activate the flute, beat Meyer, and then get up to GT. So it's hard to say how long that will take exactly, but it's definitely
question in chat. How did GFE open that big key door without bonking? He did what's called a key dash. So if you're a certain multiple, I think if you're a multiple of 4 pixels away from a door, a key door, when you dash, you'll just go straight through instead of bonking. I'm not sure exactly why that is. That's how it works. And One-Up is going to get his flute here, so he'll be heading straight to Meyer most likely, and hopefully up to GT.
Also, GFE managed to get through this entire seed without dipping a single pendant dungeon. That's always feels good when you can do that.
Yeah, especially, you know, with Pod having 5 items. It's always tempting to go in there, at least check it out, especially with the bottle glitch where you can, get all those items except for Helmasaur without the bow.
Chiefy down to 2 hearts. I think he has a blue potion, so he should be alright. Still has that mushroom, so he could also fake powder if he wants.
Yeah, we do see that from time to time up here in the Ascent.
And that's what he's going to do. So this is the exact same glitch you'll see runners sometimes use at Magic Bat, but you can also use it to powder the anti-fairies.
And it picks up that full magic refill from that pot. That's good for the torches for Ganon.
Alright, it's on to Aga 2 for GFE. Gets a double there. Ooh. Alright, that's it. And GFE is on to Ganon. We got Tempered Sword and Silver Arrows, so this should be a fairly quick routine fight.
Yeah, don't expect too many problems, but you never know. It's not over till they cross that bridge into the Triforce room.
That is very true.
Looks like oneup will be getting his big key in the vanilla big key chest.
Yep. Gonna use cape strats to get this done in one cycle. Ganon with all the teleports.
Yep, I believe there's a 50% chance every time he teleports, you can teleport it.
Should be getting a torch glitch. And that is arrow number 3, just needs one more. And there it is. Get your GGs in chat for GFE 12.
Yep, very nice run there.
Alright.
He finishes with an SRL time of 1:25:36. Very good.
Yeah, an excellent time. And looks like we're joined by GFE now. GG.
Oh, hey guys. Thanks.
So
GG.
yeah, that was a pretty nice seed overall. How are you feeling in Mire when you were trying to decide where you're going to look for that bow?
After I got the flute, I pretty much decided I was gonna make nearby checks, and was the one check I made in the back of Skull because then I grabbed my sword from Graveyard Ledge. I wanted to check the Mire area because it was. I wasn't about to go back for the last item in Mire, and it just had, and it felt so good to find it and the big key in the same room.
Yeah, well, so I'm not sure if you've had much time to chat with oneup, but I would say, I mean, probably the biggest difference in this race had to be the hook shot.
Yeah, I was gonna ask when he got that hook shot.
Yeah, it was nearly last location, if not the last location for him. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean that location control and really helped me was when I saw the hint unique item on a grumpy fish had ether as well. Just wrote that off as being the Zora item.
Yeah, that may very well have been what he did. I guess we'll ask whenever he's finished up.
Yeah, when I first went into Dark World, figured I was just gonna go to Hype Cave, get what was close, and since Pod and Eastern were both pendants, going there, I'm just gonna do Pyramid and head up to, and I'm glad I did. That felt so good.
Yeah.
Yep, great play there. Were you thinking about going into Turtle Rock after you opened it up, or were you just going to check the hint?
Well, when I actually opened it, I was just checking the hint for the rare case that it mentioned bows somewhere else. Honestly, the first time I was near Turtle Rock, if I had not found the boots, Turtle Rock had been Quake since that was Palace, I might have gone in.
Yeah, not. Well, oneup is heading up towards GT now. He does have all 7 crystals, but we'll see if he decides to head into Turtle Rock first or not.
Yeah.
Props to oneup for finishing it out, even though he's probably seen the dot done already.
Yeah, it was funny too because oneup did go into Eastern and got the boots hint that it was in Hookshot Cave, and then shortly after you got the hookshot. So
oh man,
you had the information, but
yeah. So oneup40 is not even going to open Turtle Rock. He's just heading right to GT. So that's good for him.
yeah, once he saw the dot done, I'd say he probably assumed Bo was definitely in GT.
Yeah. He did find the ice rod. Do you want to know where that was?
Let's say Pod, or maybe let's go with Pod.
Yeah, it was the first chest in Pod.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, he went in there and got the ice rod, and so it was bow locked, so he just headed straight out.
Yeah, I guess that was a good thing for him at least. At least it didn't force him to waste more time in there.
Yeah. So oneup40, unfortunately, going right side first. We know all the goodies are in that first room on the left.
Honestly, this seed you know, trolled you in a few different ways because it put Spurs in Agana's cave, and then the hammer was on the Zora ledge.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
for
One up also.
swamp, of course.
One up also got to Agena much later than you did, so that was another part, I guess, of the difference.
Yeah. When I saw the book Mirror, I didn't want to go to Hera because we had no sword to kill Moldorm. But I was like, if Desert is not boots locked, I can actually finish it. And about Landmo with Samaria and bombs, but I can do it. And was boots locked. And I wasted a little time stealing the key.
Yeah.
There were no more items there.
Yeah, not a bad play overall though, since you'd have to get the boots eventually.
Yeah, anytime I see small key on the torch, I'll usually steal it just to see if I can get an item.
Well, there's the big key for one up. And he'll get his bow in a second. And he's just gotta go up to Gauntlet. Oh, you never found the gold sword, by the way. That was, wanna know where that was?
Let's see. Probably one of the maybe.
Sorry?
Was it like South Dark World area? Something I didn't check.
No, it was, Bumper Ledge.
Yeah, I got that cape and was like, hey, I can check Bumper Ledge if I need to.
Yeah.
I was in go mode. Even if I'd have gone up there and seen it.
Yeah.
Well, it may have been faster than to go to Graveyard Ledge, so.
Yeah, because you already had that hand. But yeah, you don't need both of them for sure.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed when Ice Palace was kind of a bust, but at least it did have that hint. And then I just followed the myths up to Death Mountain.
122 out of 216. Very impressive collection rate.
Yeah, very good.
Honest, that's probably the best that I've had in a long time. Feels good not to have to even touch all of Eastern and Pod area.
Yeah, you actually, I don't think you set foot in a pendant dungeon at all.
Well, other than to check that hint in T-Rock.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I didn't even visit Saha, and I was afraid that was going to come back and bite me at some point.
Oh yeah, Saha had 3 heart containers. That was kind of funny.
Well, I guess there's where part of the health was. I was pretty low until I hit Death Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just all the love right there. Okay, one up now past the gauntlet onto the torch room. A little low on magic, so he's just going to use the lamp for this.
And GFE, I'm curious, what made you go into Ice Palace? Seemed relatively early, whereas most people would maybe try to put it off a little bit. Did you have any particular reason for that, or just because you could?
Well, I was trying to follow the logic, and obviously because once I got hook shot, everything needed for Swamp was right in my lap. And then when I found mitts in Swamp, follow them. So I was like, ice is nearby. Go ahead and do that. And I mean, it also has all the hints. So I was also hoping maybe a hint would lead me somewhere. did get me a sword at least. Probably not the best play, but it got the dungeon finished, and then I had the whole mountain open to me. Gave me those boots, which gave me the flute, and it was amazing.
Yep, very well done.
Okay, one up now on to Agatu. Gets a nice triple there. And that's it. It's on a heart and a half, but probably has a blue potion. I don't think I saw him use it at any point. Yeah, there it is. Alright, Butter Sword and Silver Arrows. This will be one of those blink and you miss it fights.
Yep, I think he just needs 6 hits per phase for the first 2, and then just gotta wait for Ganon to stop teleporting. And
Just a torch glitch, but really don't need it with silvers. And get your GG's in chat for one up.
Yeah, GG, man.
And we'll see if he wants to join in for an interview. And one up has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour and 39 minutes even. All right, as we wait and see if one up wants to come for an interview, I just want to mention we have coming up at 10 p.m. So that's in just 15 minutes. Is Zelda 1? I think it's all board, no swords. I think that's what it's called. Zelda 1 Randomizer. So that's coming up in 15 minutes. If you want to stay tuned for that. But we have one up with us. GG, man.
Thanks. GG to GFE.
Yeah.
Hey, GG, man. That was a crazy seed.
Yeah, there's some trolling locations, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I saw you were chatting with GFE a bit, but definitely, I think you already know the biggest difference in that race was that hook shot.
Yeah, I can imagine. Felt kind of bad last locationing that. I was just kind of hoping that GFE had kind of followed the same path, kind of putting it off after having already gone to Zora and gotten the hammer before going to Dark World, but apparently not.
Yeah, GFE, he also went to Agina earlier on. to get those flippers. But definitely that hook shot, because he went Hype Cave straight to Pyramid, then right up to Catfish. So, and then he was right into Swamp right after that. So yeah, his routing just kind of worked out perfectly. And I certainly I was just kind of rando, right? I don't think your routing was any worse. Just the items just kind of fell perfectly for GFE.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes, unfortunately. Certainly, yeah, I probably did a few of the slower checks before I went over there that I probably could have put off until later. But yeah, you just never know where stuff's going to show up, so.
Yeah.
Yep. And one thing I was wondering, if you hadn't seen the dot done, were you thinking about going into Turtle Rock to look for that bow?
No, I was, that's always a hard decision to make. Usually you don't get it, usually it doesn't come up too often in just Ganon seeds. Usually all dungeons where you're still looking for progression after you have access to GT. It's always, I don't know, it's always hard to decide like how much you want to keep looking before you go into GT.
Yep.
So I was pretty much just gonna hit all the nearby locations, the stuff that was on the way, and then pretty much head straight to GT after that.
Yeah, those. Anytime you get progression in GT, it always makes for some interesting decisions you have to make.
Yeah.
So just now seeing the pedestal text on the restream mentioning the rupee horde.
Yeah.
Me and One Up were both talking about farming rupees before going to the waterfall ferry.
Oh yeah, you guys both did the same thing.
Oh, that was
funny.
great.
So Waterfall Ferry had a pair of 300 rupees, and then Sahasrara had 3 full heart containers. So it's just kind of funny, some of the items we saw.
That was pretty good too.
Yeah, I missed out on that health buff.
Oh. So that is the first race down. Do you guys know if you're going to be playing in the next week, or have you decided that yet?
Our team hasn't discussed it yet. I know that either myself or Sabotender will sit out, come in. I'm just not sure which one of us is going to take that week off.
Yeah.
I do plan
I'm sorry,
being in the inverted week when it comes up.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, One Up?
I was just gonna say we discussed a few of the weeks. I forget if next week was one of the ones we've discussed yet or not.
Yeah. Next week is open mode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, heard some beeps there. Anyway, did you guys have any final thoughts about the seed or about the league or anything?
I'll just go ahead and thanks to both you guys for the commentary. Thanks to our tracker out there. And big thanks to Fear Agent for really heading this league up. I'm sure it's going to be very successful. It's been great already, just the first couple of days. So
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I also want to throw a shout out to our tracker, Artaro. I'm not sure if I said that right. Artero. Thanks a lot for helping us run this stream smoothly. And of course, my co-com, Cassidy Moen.
Yep, and thank you as well, Edium. It was a pleasure commentating.
Yeah, this was a fun race. Thanks everyone for tuning in. So as I said, coming up in just about 10 minutes, that Zelda 1 randomizer race. So stay tuned for that if you want to watch. Or over on Speed Gaming 5, the Randomizer daily race, I think, is still going. So you can catch the tail end of that if you want. But also, if you want to catch more league races, make sure to check out our website. I think there's a command for it, and that has the whole schedule on there. So there's a lot of races. Yeah, there's a schedule right there in chat. There's a lot of races coming up. ALTTPR League.com. But anyway, I think we'll wrap things up. We're looking to start that Zelda 1 soon. So, yeah, I've been Edium. Have a great day, everyone.
Yep, good night.